Hey, Composing Gloves here, and we are back to make another video. I really quick want to check, make my limiter, okay, whatever. It's just, these are really high. I don't remember changing that much. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about drum sequencing and laying down some drums. And then maybe next time, maybe we'll do the automation, the mixer, or the sequencer. One of those three things. So first, we're going to input some additional sounds because you have FL, but the sounds that FL comes with, they've actually recently gotten a lot better. So if you go over to the browser, you haven't said anything. Wow, are you going to say hi or something?
Hello, YouTube.
Hello, YouTube. Welcome.
Welcome.
Okay, so you're going to go to the packs. You see how they've got like this blue packs
Yes.
thing? So like you can put packs. There's a folder on your computer where you can put packs. Some people do. I don't do this because I have like a separate folder that I just slapped everything in, and it's really easy to add an additional folder. But in the packs, they have all the sounds that come with FL by default. So you can come in here and mess with them. But the thing is, everyone has these sounds. And if you're wondering, also, we have a fan on because it's friggin' hot, and having a fan off would be just a terrible idea. So everyone has these sounds. So if you want to make unique music, you've got a couple options. One is you can mangle the living crap out of these sounds, and then you'll be unique, and it'll be great.
Yeah.
2 is you could just sound like other people, and that's not necessarily bad. And 3 is you could get more sounds. So we have previously downloaded some sounds, but I'll put a link to some free samples, websites that offer free samples. So for example, here we were having problems with the triangle. That's supposed to say something else. But anyways, I'm going to put a link to this website, and it is a website that literally is just a list of a crap ton of free samples. And so you can get some free samples here. There are lots of places to get free samples. Be careful. Beginners always are asking, hey, is it legal for me to use a sample if I only use a little bit? The answer is technically no, but you're not that big. You're new. No one's going to care right now. I mean, people technically, I guess, care, but no one freaking cares. It's when you get big, it becomes more of an issue. But you want to start off with a collection of stuff you know is fair use. So I'll put a link to that website in the description. I don't know if it's fair use or not. Some of these things are so hard to pinpoint that you don't sweat too much about it.
Use at your own risk.
Okay. So what we're going to do is go to your downloads. So I'm going to show you how to add it. So we've downloaded it previously.
Okay.
So hit Windows key D to go to the desktop. Now open a new folder by clicking the folder icon, or just hit Windows key E. Yeah, hit that. Okay, go to downloads.
Yep.
What the heck? Oh, there it is. Music Radar Drums. So it's in a zip file. So we're going to extract all. We're going to make a folder. Now where we're going to make this folder is we're going to put it in the documents. And I named mine project files, because these are files I use in my projects. Pretty self-explanatory name. We're going to select this file, select folder, and we're going to extract here. And let it extract. We downloaded the one on that same page. It was like 1,000 drum hits or something like that. So, and you'll find some packs are just garbage, some aren't. You can also go to Splice, which allows you to they give you credits, and it's a subscription. So you could download so many sounds every month to make sure you get good sounds. Because a lot of people have computers. This is a dangerous thing. A lot of people have computers that are just full of sounds that they're never going to use. So you don't want to just fill up your computer. Okay, so now we've got a thing in our documents folder named project files, and it's got some files in here. So now go back to FL. Okay, so now that we're in FL, go ahead and come up here to options, file settings. And you see I have mine here, but you're going to click on one of these folder icons, and now you're going to navigate to where your folder is. So yours was in documents, so you're going to go to this PC. So you have documents and documents with a documents folder in documents. This is confusing. And scan documents in there. Okay, so now you're going to go to the one we named project files.
All right.
So it's right there. And now with the project files selected, Hit OK.
Okay. All right.
And you'll notice that My Projects has popped up right here. Go ahead and put your mouse over there so people know. Yeah, see, My Projects. So go ahead and click on My Projects. Project Files, I mean. What am I talking about? We named it Project Files.
Yeah, Project Files.
Go to Music Radar Drum Samples. And there you are. There's your samples.
Cool.
They have been added. It's as easy as that. Just tell FL through here to look at it. Pretty straightforward. All right, cool. So you can close that. Cool. So now we got a drum sample. So why don't you click on, go ahead, go into those folders. So which one you want to check out?
Let's do.
So you have Rex Loops. Rex Loops is just a file type.
Okay.
So that's all.
What about like drum kits?
All right, go ahead, click that. And they've got them like organized for you. So this is kind of nice. So which one do you want to check out? No, say that out loud. How do you think you say that?
What, this?
I don't know how to say it.
Kurzweil.
Kurzweil?
Kurzweil.
Okay.
I don't know. Let's do that.
Yeah, check that one out. And then you can click on some and audition them.
Okay, so.
We got some hi-hats. Rides. Oh, they're panned too. Stereo samples.
Toms. Is there like a kick drum anywhere?
Yeah, it says kick.
Where?
Kick 1, kick 2.
Oh, yeah. I like kick 2. That's a little bit more.
Cool. So what we're going to do is you could spend eons searching through samples. And eventually, as you produce more, you'll come to a point where you have samples you like to use. You'll be like, oh, I want these samples. Like I go for Black Octopus Sounds, Wicked Drum Hits. I really like the kicks in there. I also have several other folders. I mean, you've seen this mess. So I really, really, really like the snares in here though, because of how sharp they are. These are kicks. If I go to like snares. I really like these. I think they're amazing. So, so what you're gonna do is we're gonna select some sounds that you think are gonna sound good, that you can make like a sick beat with.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna go with some of the default sounds so that people can like sort of follow along. If you want to pick one from default or the packs.
All right. Let's see.
So, I'm gonna go to packs, mode audio, kicks. I'm gonna go with attack kick 11, cause why not? Hi-hat. I go for a hat 2 and hat 3. And I'll go for a clap. I'm picturing sort of like a standard. So when you're sequencing drums, there's like you gotta have an idea of what kind of beat you want to make. So I'm gonna go for like a classic kind of house kind of beat style thing.
Okay.
That's what I'm going. Okay, so you're going for the default too. Yeah, whenever you get a sample pack, you have to take your time and get familiar with the samples in there. Audition them, delete the ones you don't like. You're like, I'm never gonna use this. And really narrow it down some. For ones that I pay for, I generally just keep them all there. And I've been working on making a second folder system with all the stuff I use more often. But anyways, I'm gonna run with these. Usually you have a snare. I'm gonna just have a clap though this time. So just
All right, I'll go with this one.
You're gonna go with that one? Okay. So okay, when you drag on a sample, I am not going to be using these other channels. Like I've replaced them all. Okay. So if you drag a sample, like for example, let's say I've got some okay, so here's like some sample. But I don't want to use this sample. Well, I could delete it, and by deleting it, I hit Alt Delete, or I just right click and go to delete, which is right here. But I want a channel anyway, so what I could do is like, maybe I really want that ride symbol. I could drag right on top of it and replace it. Be really careful though, because you can't undo that. Like if I Control Z, it doesn't work. It undoes, the undos are not tracking this. So you got to be really careful when you replace something like that. So if you do drag one on, you can drop it in the middle. If it turns green, that means you're going to replace it.
Wow.
So see how it's in the middle?
Okay.
And I don't want these two, so I'm going to select them and hit Alt Delete to get rid of them.
So I did I just replace something?
No, you added a channel, but you're not going to use that other kick. So in this case, it probably makes sense to just drag on top of it.
To just delete that?
Well, go ahead, find a hi-hat.
Okay, all right.
So you're in kicks.
I'm in kicks.
Now, you just noticed that this is really, you had quite a long list. Sometimes you'll have a list that's really friggin' long. So if you want to go quickly to the top, you can just hit the left arrow key. If you're in your browser, so you have to click in your browser. If you hit left, it'll take you right to the top. And if you hit left again, it'll close the folder for you.
Okay. Oh.
See, try clicking left right now.
Okay.
It'll take you right to the top. So you're able to.
What happens if I click right? Oh, wow.
It opens it. Yeah, exactly. It's somewhat intuitive.
Okay, all these sound dumb.
You know, you're gonna feel that way a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like it just means you're thinking of making something that doesn't sound like that.
All right, here we go. I'll use this. So now I'm gonna drag, put it over hat,
I tend to go top down
top down.
just because I'm adding new. And if you want to change the order,
Well, I need to get rid of this kick anyway, right? Because I already have this.
well, yeah, you can get rid of it if you don't intend to use it.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So I
you click,
just,
right click, and select delete. It's at the bottom on the left side. Yeah.
all right, cool. So now clap. I need a clap.
Yeah.
We didn't download anything for the clap, did we?
You don't need a clap. I mean, here, we'll just close hi-hats. You've got claps right there. By selecting another folder, it will automatically close the other ones.
Oh, okay.
So you don't have to go back and close all of them.
Ew. Alright, I like that.
Okay, so go for that one.
Okay, and now snare.
I didn't do the snare.
Nice.
Instead, I went for an open hi-hat and a closed hi-hat. Or a short one and a long one. They're both closed.
Okay, so I don't know. I kind of like snare. Not that one. I want something dry.
So, like, snare, there's so many different kinds of snares in popular music today.
Do they have like a non-pitched snare?
You're just gonna have to keep clicking.
All right.
Generally,
There, that
there
one.
you go.
Power snare. All right.
You could look up, bless me. Bless me. You
are-
could look up,
You are blessed.
thank you. You could look up brush snares
Brush
maybe,
snares.
and you might get something. So if you want to, that's a good question. What if I want to search a sample and see if something's there? If while you're selected on your browser, so click over there, make sure you're selected on it. You can hit Control F just like you would in like a document, and you can type in things. So like if I want to search for like a hi-hat, I can type that in and search. And there's a smart search function too, because what this is gonna do is it's gonna search every file, like presets, wave files, all kinds of stuff. Smart search will sort of be a little more smart
Sure.
about what it decides to show you.
Right.
And then you can hit F3 or F2 to go previous or next. Yeah. Previous, next, F3, F2. And you could get a quick reminder by just clicking this down arrow. And they also have smart find. Oh, Control F was smart find. And find is Alt F. So
All right.
anyways, it's all up there in here if you want to like check that out and be a little more efficient. I don't use find that much. Sometimes I do. So cool, we have our sounds. Now let's say that, I want my sounds to be in like a different order. Like I always put my kick on top, and if I have a snare, my snare is right below my kick usually.
Okay.
So if I want to move something, if you hold shift, okay, so there's a process to this. Put your mouse over what you want to move.
Okay.
Hold shift and scroll your mouse wheel. Yeah, moves it up and down for you.
Wow.
And you can tell which channel you're moving because it like lights up green here.
Okay. Yeah.
So you can like reorganize them. And one thing I like to do with drums is I make my drums orange.
You make them orange.
I make them orange. There's everyone who's been doing this a while has like their own color code system for what color they make things. It can be quite interesting. Sometimes you get in an argument. So I want to select everything and make it all orange. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click and it will make everything green.
Yep.
So what you do is you select them
Yep.
These are all, let me make these like weird colors so that you'll see that it changes all of them. So you select the channels, you go to this drop down menu, and then you go to colors selected. Oh, group selected. We don't want group selected. Colors selected.
And then gradient.
Gradient, yeah. And I want it to be orange. And now they're all orange. You can also like have them be a shade that like changes. Yeah, your first color selects the starting color, and your next color, because it pops up twice.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can see it like goes from like light to like darker. I don't know. It's very aesthetically pleasing.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah, I usually make them like just straight up orange. That way I know this is a drum thing, and I'm not confused. So, okay, once you have it down, so this is the step sequencer.
Step sequencer.
Step sequencer. And the step sequencer, they call each one of these things a step. Hey, and I'm in 3/4. Are you in 3/4? You're in 4/4.
I'm in 4/4.
Why the heck am I in 3/4? Am I over a beat? No. But I'm in 4. No. Yeah, I'm in 4/4 over here. Oh, I'm in 4/4. Okay. So, as you can see here, we have these alternate colors. So these are the beats. So if you were to like clap the tempo, those would be 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. So these guys in the middle are the eighth notes.
Okay.
So those would be your ands. And for those of you who don't know, like the proper way to count them would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Where this is your beat. And then the last ones are 16th notes. So 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. That's how you would count that. So that's how it's laid down. So if I wanted like a kick, and then I wanted my hat to come on my upbeats,
Yep.
or my offbeats. I forgot what you call this middle thing right here. I believe they're just called offbeats because they're off the beat. Let's say I want to do something like this. So there's a kick, 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 kick on each beat. And I'm sort of laying down stuff without explaining how it'll sound. So let's listen to that first. That's what we have. I'm going to turn this up. And then I'm going to do, I want a hat on every offbeat. Boom. I've got like a techno track already going.
Yeah.
Amazing. So now you can see, so okay, someone asked me on my last video, like, what are the components of a song? And I listed 5. One of those is sound. And this is a great example of how sound, do we put down the same thing? Yeah, it's the exact same rhythm, and the sound is what changed all of that. So it's just an interesting, pointing that out here, the importance of selecting a good sound. So now let's say, okay, I've got this. I want, my second hat is going to be a color hat, meaning I'm going to put it on as a layer to come on the and of 1. I don't know if I should be using proper like rhythm terms.
I mean,
I'm not sure how familiar you guys are with rhythm. Okay, I'm going to be putting it underneath these other hats.
Okay.
Just to change the sound on those, because I think that would sound cool. So if I play it, and I get that variation.
And if I play it. Yeah.
This is interesting. I mean, when you were selecting your sounds, did you know that this was, when you put them together,
yeah,
you're going to get this sound?
So I was trying to go for something more like, like a dry trap beat.
Okay. Yeah.
So maybe
we're not making it. Yeah. So you were thinking to make it. So since you're doing what I'm doing, okay.
Yeah, I'm just copying you. Just to
okay.
See,
Yeah. Sample selection is something you get a better feel for as you do more too. So and you you had a different creative idea in mind. And so now I've got my clap, and I'm gonna use my clap on beats 3 and 4. I mean 2 and 4. What am I saying? So that it's just a really common thing. You'll put them on 2 and 4 on the upbeats. It's a common thing in music in general.
Yes.
And now I've got like my groove. Everyone's grooving. And honestly, after this, it's just about being creative.
And I got my groove.
This is truly outstanding. So we've got our first beat, and let's say that like I'm gonna click over here in the sequencer area and put them down. And so this is going to be like my intro. Maybe I'm starting with some drums. And you know, I let it go for a bit because I'm new and this is just a great way, a great solid start to doing something. So here I'm going to clone it, and the way I clone it is the exact same way you clone things in the piano roll. So you remember how you select and shift drag?
Yes. It was
Same way.
yeah, so it was what?
Control click. Yeah.
And it was shift.
Shift click drag. You notice how your thing was. So drag those all back the other way. Okay. Now drag them out the other way.
There we
Okay,
go.
you're back to normal.
Yep.
Now when you click, make sure you're not on one of these middle points because you see how it changes. This is like how you stretch
Oh,
patterns.
okay. So then oh, I see what you mean. There we go.
Yeah.
Boom.
Okay. So now we've got like 8 bars of just drums. And let's say on bar 4. So things in dance music typically happen in, you know, sets of 4, 8, 16. That's just the way it is. So what we're going to do is maybe here I want to do a different rhythm. So I'm going to delete these. Some people separate their drums out into like separate patterns.
Yep.
I don't do that usually because I can right click on this, or is it just click? Just click up there on this little like piano icon in the corner. And I'm going to go to make unique.
Make unique.
Yeah, make unique.
Oh,
Is there make you? Okay, wait.
I don't see it.
Pattern clip. Make unique is grayed out on yours. What the heck? Okay, try this instead. So I'm going to go to make unique, and assuming no one else is having this problem, because I've never had that problem before, you right click, and you see how I have a second pattern?
Yes.
So now I have a cloned version I can work with. You're going to go up to the pattern menu up here,
Okay.
click the down arrow, and click clone.
All right. Clone.
So now you've got a separate pattern. I don't know why it wasn't working. So it is because it's a trial. So he is going to buy FL like today or something.
Yes. I'll
But-
buy it today.
Yeah. So if you have the trial version, apparently you can't make things unique. So anyways, we get around that by going to clone, which is still available and does the same friggin' thing. I don't know of all the features they disable, why that feature is randomly not available, but it isn't. So after some experimenting, we figured it out.
I'm laying down a track.
That seems like, I don't know. I'm sure there's a reason behind it. So anyways, okay, I've got a second clip of drums here. And you have your
Yeah.
drums.
Yep. Right there.
Cool. And so on this one, I'm going to, maybe I'll bring this in on these beats. You just do something different. So I'm just going to be like, hey, what if I just did these on the off beats and I get like this rhythm. You know, so before it was, and then away we go. We're jamming. I'm writing out I'm writing out a drum riff and filling up my pattern. And yeah, it's the subsequence here.
Cool, man. All right. So now, do I get to make my own?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So this is yours. Hold up. Yeah. Rocking out. So now I'm gonna make my own. We'll see how this goes. So I'm back on pattern 1. I'm just gonna delete all of this. Goodbye. So what happened to this?
So that's grayed out because you're not using it. So if, for example,
So if
check
I
this
click
out.
it, right?
Yeah, if
Oh.
you click it,
Okay.
but it adds something. So look at my screen right here.
Yeah.
See how it's got one bar? If I go over and I put it down, it's going to add, another bar.
It's gonna add another bar.
Yeah. Why is it not adding? Oh, because I'm on pattern 2. Let me go to pattern 1. So as I add this, it adds bars as is needed. So if I go over, it will add more information. Now on mine, because I edited this length, it didn't change the length of my bar. But on yours, go ahead and add in that blank bar,
Okay.
the grayed out. And now look over here on your sequencer and pull down one of those patterns. Like pull down like this pattern here. it's made every single instance of pattern 1 a bar longer.
Whoa.
The reason this is cool, I actually prefer this. Once you change that pattern to be like a set length, like say, oh no, I want this, FL is going to remember that and it will no longer automatically extend
Oh wow.
your bar.
That's
but
cool.
until then, it's going to automatically extend things, which is actually a really good workflow thing because you don't have to keep going over and extending things as your idea comes. But there's the trade-off of once you do change it, it'll stay that way. So
It's pretty dope.
just so you know.
Cool. All right. So, and then what if I want to add more?
Drag over on the down. Well, you see that you have this little scroll icon.
Oh
down
yeah,
here?
yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, take it easy. It's easier to just click on the actual. You see this little bar?
This?
No, this one.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I like that better.
I tend to work in sets of measures and then I group pattern clips. So let me show you what I mean. I'll write like one bar. Like let's say this is my first bar. And then I'll write another bar. So I'll be like, okay, drag this over. I'll make it unique by clicking this menu and hitting M
Okay.
because the M's underlined. So it's a shortcut. So once this menu's open, I can just hit M and it will do that.
All right.
So now it's pattern 3 and let's say, oh, I get rid of this drum on pattern 3. Then I come over, I do it again. And on this one, I put the drum back, maybe get rid of that one. And then I just clone pattern 2 for the end. So once I have 4 bars that are all unique and I like, you know, I'm auditioning and making sure I like them, I can hit Shift G
Okay.
or is it Control G? Control G and it will merge them into one entire pattern
Oh wow.
that's now on here. And I can extend my view.
Ooh.
And so now I can see it all. But this is like overwhelming to me to look at sometimes. Like, where's the measures?
Yeah.
Like, where's
Well-
measure 1 start, measure 2 start? It's like not clear. So I prefer to work like this because then I can clearly see my measures and it's really easy to manipulate. If I need to move things around, I can also, right now my clips are actually grouped together. You can do that by selecting it and then selecting a bunch of clips and then going to group selected clips, which they might actually have to be on the same track. So you come in, anyways, yeah, Shift G is how you would, like, see I have 2 clips here.
Okay.
Hit Shift G, it will lock the clips so they stay in relation to each other.
Oh, that's
This is
cool.
a feature I don't use.
You don't use that at all?
I rarely use it. I almost always use merge because I like the ability to, because the reason I don't use it is because I can't move pattern 6 around.
Yeah.
Like, what if I want this pattern to come over here? Instead, I just select the patterns I want to manipulate, and then I just drag them around as needed. But right now, it's I'm not able to move 6 around.
Mm-hmm.
To unlock, though, I never have to unlock because I never lock them. So I don't remember how to unlock them. Ungroup is Alt-G. Alt-G is ungroup. Now they're ungrouped. Because the reason is like, oh, let's say I want to make a new riff. I'll clone it, put it over here. I'll drag 6, I'll put 2 over here, which is, you know, like that's more creatively useful than having it like locked in place.
Yeah.
And if I'm that committed to having it like that, I'll typically hit Control G, and then I'll work in the piano editor where I can clearly see the markers. Anyways, there's my perspective on some of this.
All right, cool. So let's say I had like, can I just use pattern 1 to illustrate it? So if I go like that, and then I would select both of these and hit G, right? And they would lock.
You would hit Shift G.
Shift G. So so I would do that, and I go Shift G. And now if I wanted to move this, oh hey.
I'm telling you, you're not going to use this.
Okay, all right.
Like, you just is not practical for most things. Sometimes it's great, but
All right, so. There's my bass line, or my kick.
okay.
All right, so now, where's the little thing now?
I don't navigate with that hardly ever.
How do you do? Then what do you
I
do?
leave it as 1 and I work in measures.
Oh,
Yeah.
so wait, explain that again.
So, like, because you're doing this whole scroll thing, and it's
Yeah.
just like, that's too confusing. And this is a repeating thing. So, I'll sit here and I'll go, okay, I'd split this up right here. into measures, and then I can click. So I'm like, oh, I'm working with pattern 7 right now. So this will automatically switch to pattern 7, and I'll make this small, and I'll move this off to the side so I can see things. And now I'm at pattern 8. Now they're all kind of the same. So let's say pattern 2, I want no hats yet. So there's pattern 2.
Well,
Now I'm editing pattern 7, and I'm on measure 2.
so what if I wanted to add like a snare part for pattern 1? Wouldn't I still have to scroll? Right, since I'm still in
Well,
pattern
yeah,
1.
but you've written your pattern. See, I would break pattern 1 up into 2 measures.
Oh, okay. So,
And so to do that, you can select your cut tool
okay, cut.
and just click drag. You could also hold shift and drag,
Okay.
but the shifts are specific. It's specifically your left,
So this is
the
the
right shift.
This is the cut tool, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
a
cut.
little box cutter.
And then what do
I would
do?
cut it on the measure. So I'd cut it on measure 2, where the 2 is above on the timeline.
Right there.
Yeah.
Cut.
And now I delete the first one. So go back to your paint tool.
Okay.
I delete the first pattern one. No, not that one. I mean the first full pattern one.
So
I would just delete.
all of it.
No. Just the first. This pattern one.
Oh.
Delete that. And then I'd duplicate that second bit.
Okay.
So now it changes both.
So click, shift.
And I would make that pattern one unique, which you can't do right now, apparently. The second pattern one. That way you're working with 2 separate patterns.
So I did
You're
it. Right?
no, you're not. You're clicking in all the wrong spots again. Hit
Oh.
Control Z.
Okay.
Okay, now click drag. Whoa, watch your mouse icon. Your mouse icon needs to be the 4 arrows in each direction.
Right here.
Yeah, that one.
Shift click, right?
The shift click drag. Yeah.
Okay. So now I have. All right. So
Now it's still the same pattern because you can't make these unique.
yeah.
I didn't know this was gonna be a thing we'd run into. So you're kind of screwed with my workflow. So you have to use
I
this
have to
right
use
now.
this.
Yeah,
Wow.
you have to.
Man, that kind of sucks.
Which is why at the beginning, in your case, it'd be really important that you start with this.
Okay.
Because now you've committed to sort of having to deal with 2 measures at a time.
Yeah.
Later on, you just make it unique and problem solved. So I guess that's one reason to get FL and not use the demo.
Okay. So now I have. Oh nope.
I guess, well, the not being able to save is kind of a kill too, which is why it makes sense. This is a trial.
Yeah.
This is Jordan's wonderful beat. You ready?
I'm ready.
What are you gonna put on it?
What am I gonna put on it?
Yeah, what goes next? No.
Oh, don't I have to alter it? Oh wait, I can't because I don't have the.
No, you can. Oh yeah, you can't make them
No, I
unique.
can't. All right, so I'll just keep that.
You have to clone them
Yeah.
after.
I'll just keep that. So now we go to the piano roll.
Well, it's just a different method. You're literally using just a different thing that does the exact same thing.
Okay.
But anyways, that's where we're gonna end today. Drum beats, step sequencer. Hopefully this was an introduction that made some sense to you. If you have any questions, let us know. Subscribe and have
A blessed day.
a blessed day.